Hello everybody. I am Mira and welcome to Midnight Mira's Scary Stories. The Backrooms 4, Clown King. By Mr. Lights Out. You're here for a reason. You want to feel the fear, to experience the unknown. And by the end of this, you won't be able to look away. Ethan Reyes thought he had escaped the horrors of the Backrooms. The cursed comic book that had once dragged him into a nightmare was locked away, and Mr. Giles remained by his side. But something had changed. The curse wasn't over. I should have known it wasn't over. Standing in front of the bathroom mirror, I barely recognized myself. The hum of the flickering overhead light buzzed in my ears, the air thick with the scent of mildew. A slow, rhythmic drip from the faucet echoed in the small space. My fingers trailed along the cold, damp countertop, grounding me in the moment. But even that felt unreal. For a split second, I saw something else in the mirror, a whisper of movement in the reflection, but I hadn't moved. I blinked. It was gone. Just my imagination. Or was it? If you like stories like this, I do spend long nights making these videos for you. Let me earn your subscription tonight and ring my bell. I will be ringing the bell also when I have new stories for you. Now, back to the story. A shiver ran down my spine. My face was there, same eyes, same jaw, but something was wrong. The air felt heavier, charged with an unnatural stillness. My reflection lagged, flickering like a faulty screen. My pulse quickened. I lifted a hand to my face, but the reflection hesitated before mimicking me. My throat tightened. No. That wasn't right. I stepped back, and for a brief moment, the reflection didn't follow. It just stood there, staring. A hollow, empty stare that wasn't mine. Then, for a fraction of a second, the mirror went dark. When it returned, my reflection was gone. A whisper. You swallowed me, Ethan. The voice slithered into my ear, curling around my brain like a noose. My stomach twisted. And now, I will swallow you. I will swallow you whole and there will be nothing left of you. I jerked back, gasping. My heart slammed against my ribs. No. No, I killed him. I ate him. The clown was gone. He had to be. The hum of the light buzzed louder. Was it always that loud? I turned the faucet on, splashing cold water onto my face. My hands trembled. I needed to get a grip. Then, I blinked. And the mirror wasn't reflecting me anymore. The clown's face stared back at me. Twisted. Grinning. Eyes black as the void. The lights flickered. The room shrunk. My body felt weightless. Then the mirror slowly formed a diagonal crack. A scream erupted from the crack, the air twisted around me. And I Noclipped. Falling. The world stretched into an incubus, colors twisting in impossible ways. Then, impact. I hit the ground, hard. My lungs burned as I pushed myself up. The air smelled like burnt sugar and rotting fabric. No. I knew this place. I turned, and my stomach dropped. The carnival. It should have been destroyed. I had torn it apart. But here it was, standing, waiting for me. The Ferris wheel groaned on rusted hinges, lights flickering like dying stars. The carousel horses were watching me, their painted eyes tracking my every move. Then came the laughter. Not just one voice. Hundreds. I spun around, but they were only shadows, shifting in the flickering light. Ethan, You took something from me. My chest tightened. Standing atop the tallest tent, he loomed. But this wasn't the clown I remembered. His limbs were longer, stitched together from ink and flesh. His grin was wider, jagged. A rusted iron crown sat atop his head, and in his outstretched hand, something pulsed. A small, writhing piece of my soul. And now, I take something from you. The shadows lunged. I braced myself, willing the Dogman to take over. Nothing. No claws. No fangs. No strength. The Clown King chuckled, tilting his head. Feeling weak, Dogman? Oh wait, not Dogman, not anymore. His jagged grin stretched wider as he leaned forward, savoring my struggle. I can see it in your eyes, Ethan. The confusion, the fear. You're not who you were. Not anymore. I wonder, how much of you is even left? How much longer until you stop fighting and embrace it? His laughter dripped with malice. After all, I didn't just take something from you. I left something behind. Get away from him. A burst of ink and fire exploded to the side. Mr. Giles stood firm, a torn comic page clutched in his ink-stained hands. We need to rewrite your ending. Now. Giles shoved the ink-soaked page into my hand, the parchment almost pulsing, its dark ink shifting like living shadows. This isn't just any page, Ethan. This is a rewrite, a loophole. Take it, and change your fate. Fire tore through my veins. The vampire hunger vanished, and something stronger took its place. The Dogman returned. I roared, my body surging with strength. Claws burst from my fingers, my fangs elongated beyond human limits, my breath came out in deep snarls. The Clown King's grin faltered. I tore through him, my claws ripping into his flesh like wet paper. Ink spattered everywhere, his form unraveling into shredded pages and smudged words. He was gone. I exhaled. It was over. But something felt off. I turned to Mr. Giles, expecting relief, but he didn't move. His breath hitched, his eyes locked onto me, not with relief, but something closer to dread. Then, my fingers twitched. A ripple of something alien crawled under my skin. I clenched my jaw, trying to fight it, but my reflection in the shop's window flickered, distorted, as though it wasn't quite mine anymore. A quiet, involuntary giggle escaped my lips. I gasped, but my voice had changed. It was light, sing-song, teasing. My blood turned to ice. The Clown King wasn't gone. He was watching. Waiting. And worst of all, he was laughing inside me. You felt it, didn't you? That itch to know more. That pull to return. You can't stop now, Ethan's story isn't over, and neither is yours. You'll be back. You always come back. That's it for this episode, thanks for coming. Come back for some more stories, guys. Kind regards to you. Are you brave enough to step into the pages of the unknown? Hit that like button if you love spine-chilling horror, subscribe if you want more terrifying tales, and comment below, would you take the comic book or risk the clown's wrath? And please ring the bell for notifications, I will ring the bell also for you. And if you love horror that keeps you up at night, check out my books on Amazon, available in ebook, paperback, and hardcover. All from Mr. Lights Out, the master horror fantasy author from the Philippines, an expat and vet. Writing books and making videos is his self-cure for minor PTSD. The nightmares don't have to end here, but once you start reading, will you be able to stop? The link is in the description below. Thanks to Lara's horror sound on YouTube. But beware, some tales will not stay on their pages. Dare to read. The Arya the Aswang Slayer series, where creatures of the night are real, and they are hungry. The Curse of the Mananangle, a tale that seeps into your mind and lingers. The stories are waiting. The shadows are watching. Thanks for watching, horror fans. Stay out of the backrooms, and whatever you do, don't stop reading.